Good morning, students. Welcome back to your computer lecture. I request all the students to kindly be ready with their computer workbook and a pencil. Alright, students, in the last chapter, we did study about working of a computer. Like I'm sure you may have remembered the example of the pizza, the Maggi noodles, right? The input, process, output. Great. So today we will talk about various types of devices. What are the various devices? Devices are also known as peripherals in computer terminology. So we will take a look at the types of devices. Alright, so I request all the students to kindly open chapter number 2, types of devices, on page number 10. Okay, students, let's begin. Chapter 2, types of devices. As learned in the previous chapter, a computer is a data processing unit that takes input from the user, processes it, and provides the required output. To provide input and extract output from a computer, various input and output devices are used. Okay? So as we learned earlier about that computer is a data processing unit and it requires input to give the output, and in between there's a process that's happening. So in order to do this, there are various input devices that are used and output devices as well. So let's begin with input devices. Input devices are used to enter data or information into the computer for processing. Some of the input devices include keyboard, mouse, scanner, touchscreen, etc. Alright, so what are input devices? These are the devices which we use to enter data or information into the computer. May it be anything, may it be any desired information that we may be looking for. Whatever details or whatever information data that we enter is through an input device. A few examples: keyboard, mouse, scanner, touchscreen, etc. So let's see. What about keyboard? We all have been to the practical lab, students. We all have seen this. The idea is to understand the functionality and the design of those devices. So when we come to this specific topic or that particular device, I request all the students to try relate to the practical that we have done in the lab. So it will be easier. And few students who may have laptops or computers at home, you may try hands-on practice or take a look while we are going through this session. As we have all seen those devices, all this, we understand the terms and terminologies. All we are trying is to understand in detail. So the first input device is the keyboard. It is one of the primary input devices used to enter text, characters, and other commands into a computer. A keyboard consists of 104 keys. These include alphabet keys, number keys, and other special keys. Alright. So what is a keyboard? It looks like a rectangle. It's rectangular in shape. It is a device which consists of letters, which are alphabet keys, then numbers, and some special keys. We have the picture below. You can take a look for the ones who don't have a keyboard. Next one is the mouse. What is a mouse? Mouse again is an input device that controls the movement of the pointer on the computer screen. It consists of left and right buttons and a mouse wheel. A mouse is used to select files, folders, and images on the computer. It can also be used to drag and drop files and scroll through a document. Alright. Again, mouse is an input device that controls the movement of the cursor. In practical lab, I'm sure we all have experienced this. We have touched the mouse and we have seen it. Now you may be wondering the 2 clicks, as we were confused which click to do. So students, here is the answer. We have 2 buttons or 2 clicks, we can say, the left button and the right button, and in the center there is a wheel which is known as the mouse wheel. So remember, if in future if you want to say or explain it to someone, so you just say these are 2 buttons known as clicks, and the center is a mouse wheel. We can use it to select files, folders, images. It basically controls the movement of the mouse, what we want to do it with the mouse pointer or the cursor. The next is the scanner. A scanner is used to scan documents such as photographs and printed papers. It stores documents in digital format. These documents can be saved on a computer and viewed later. Scanner, again, we all have seen how a scanner looks. If not physically or live, you may have all visited the Xerox or the photocopy machine. We have tried doing a Xerox. It's something like a scanner. This scans the documents and it converts the data into the digital format. Now the Xerox machine, what it's doing is it's giving you the hard copy, the printed format. Scanner stores the information directly to the computer, which is known as the soft copy. So whenever we scan an image or any other photographs or papers or documents, anything, so these documents, with the help of a beam, like a light, you can say, with the help of the light, the details or the data is captured and converted into the machine readable form. And once that processing happens, it is again converted into the human readable form in a soft copy. The next type of input device is microphone. We all have seen this microphone, right? A headset, one of the example which has inbuilt microphone nowadays. Now microphone and headsets are 2 different things, students. A headset is used to listen to the music only with an inbuilt microphone. Like if it has the facility of speaking, recording, then it's a microphone. Let's see what is microphone. A microphone is a hardware component that works as an input device. A microphone enables the user to input data in the form of audio. You can use it to record your voice or talk to another user connected to your computer. Alright? So what is microphone? It's a hardware component. Okay? We can physically see it. So it's a hardware component which acts as an input device. We have all experienced this. What is the use of microphone? It helps us to record a voice, talk to another person. As I'm recording this lecture with the help of a microphone. The next input device is a joystick. A joystick is commonly used in video games. It comprises a base and a stick that can be moved easily in all directions. It is similar to a mouse and is used to control the pointer on the computer screen. Alright, joystick, as you can see the image on the picture, It's a controller, most commonly used in video games. Some of the other time we may have played video games. Like few common examples are PlayStation 3, PlayStation devices, or the regular video games that we play with the help of our fingers. Now most common example is a soft joystick we can talk about is PUBG, right? We all know a PUBG game or other games like Counter Strike. There is a lot of movements happening. We need to use like the animation or the hero, right? We have all experienced that. So that's the use of a joystick. It's used in video games. Right? It can move in all directions easily. Like the difference between mouse and a joystick. Mouse you have to drag it slowly and steadily. Joystick can move faster. A joystick consists of buttons known as triggers. In mouse, the buttons we call them as clicks when we use them. And in joystick, these buttons are known as triggers. They move in all directions at a faster rate. Proceeding further, the next input device is a webcam. We all have seen this device. A webcam is an input device that is connected to the laptop or desktop computer, either externally or internally. It is used to take pictures as well as videos. It is commonly used for video calling. A webcam is similar to a digital camera. However, the image quality is low as a webcam has no internal storage of its own. So what they are trying to say here is webcam is one of the input device which can be found internally or externally. Right? And what is the use of camera? It helps us to take pictures and record videos. Most commonly found webcams are inbuilt webcams you can see in laptops. An external webcam is the picture or the image at the right of your, as you can see, webcam. Right? We all have tried. One of the common example or the best example that I can share about webcam can be our front camera, and we use it for WhatsApp calling or video calling through various other apps. Right? Now those are inbuilt cameras. So to quickly summarize, the first type of device that we are looking at are input devices. Various other input devices through which we can enter data or information is keyboard, mouse, scanner, microphone, joystick, webcam. A keyboard to enter text using text characters, right? Mouse to control the movement of the cursor, scanner to scan documents and images, microphone to record voice, joystick to play games, webcam again to do a live calling, like face to face we can see, like video calling. Let's quickly see what's the practice time. A dash consists of left and right buttons. What is that? Right, a mouse. The next one is a dash consists of 104 keys. Quickly. Yes. Keyboard. A keyboard consists of 104 keys. You should fill in the blanks like this, students. Alright, let's move further to the output devices. Our next topic, output device. Now let's understand what are output devices. Output devices are used to display the result or the output data or information to the user. Some of the output devices include monitor, printer, projector, speaker, etc. Right? So what are output devices? These devices are used to display the result. Right? We did enter the information, we did enter the details that we are looking for. Now we need to see it as well. Which devices helps us? The output devices. What is the primary function? Is to display the data or the information that we want to see. The common examples are monitor, printer, projector, speaker, etc. So let's try to understand the few output devices. The first one is the monitor. A monitor is an output device that displays information such as text, images, and videos generated by the computer. It is also referred to as a screen and can display data in line with the input provided by the user. There are two types of monitors: cathode ray tube CRT monitors and flat panel display monitors. Okay, the first output device as the primary that we saw earlier, the primary device for input device was keyboard. The primary device for output device becomes the monitor. Yes. It displays the information. Whatever we entered, it displays the information, like the text, images, videos. And those information is processed somewhere in the background, right, in the CPU, and whatever that processed information is will be displayed on the screen. The monitor is also referred to as screen. There are two types of monitors: CRT, the cathode ray, and flat panel. Let's see what these terminologies are: CRT and flat panel. Okay. Let's turn a page. Page number 12. CRT monitor. A CRT monitor is a type of monitor in which vacuum tubes are used. An image or video is displayed by firing the electrons from the back of the tube towards the front display. The image displayed on the screen is the combination of red, blue, and green, short for RGB colors. These monitors are heavy, bulky, and require more power than a flat panel display monitor. Okay. So to explain in short, in olden days we have seen, or we may have, such kind of televisions, as you can see in the picture, CRT monitor. Take a closer look. Students, I'm sure we may have seen this kind of TV or a screen earlier or live. So those monitors are called as CRT monitors. What does CRT stands for? Cathode ray tube. So as it says in this, there were small vacuum tubes which are used to transfer signal from one end to the other. Right? An image of a video is displayed by firing the electrons. Now those beam of light are called as electrons from the back of a tube towards the front display. Hence, if you see, the back part is bulky, it's heavy. If you may have ever tried to lift that, if you have it at home, don't attempt it, but just try to see how heavy that TV will be. So these were heavy, bulky, and require more power in order to continuously transform those electrons or keep firing those electrons. It required a lot of electricity, hence it requires more power. These were found, or these type of monitors were found in earlier days. These monitors still exist, however they are no longer used. Those have been taken over by the next set of monitors, which are flat panel display monitors. A flat panel display monitor uses a thin panel display to show videos and images. It makes use of liquid crystal display (LCD) or a light emitting diode (LED) screen. These screens are lighter and thinner than a typical CRT monitor. Right. Take a closer look. Flat panel display monitor. I'm sure we all have visited a showroom or a TV showroom center, right? Or may have seen from afar while we were traveling. Trying to relate from that point of view, these monitors or these kind of screens are called as LCD or light emitting diode or LED. We all have seen this LCD, LED. We all have heard these terms LCD, LED, right? So what are these? Liquid crystal display and light emitting diode LED. Again, you see it's a thin line. We all have seen those LEDs which we use, those laser lights, red, green, yellow, blue, multiple colors. How does it travel? As soon as you press the button, there's a beam of light that travels. That's light emitting diode. There are small machines, transistors fitted, which emits light. And we all know light travels faster. So this kind of technology was used long back. We, as today's generation, we all have experienced. However, if you go to see in olden days, these LCDs or flat panel display monitors were not there. These were new. So the first that we saw was the first output device is the monitor. There are two types of monitor, CRT monitor and flat panel displays. In flat panel, then we follow as LCD and LEDs. Now students, if you see, I have underlined few words. You can see in every picture I have underlined few words. Okay. I request you all to make a note of these words in your notebook. Alright. We will stop here for now and we will continue further in the next lecture. Until then, take care and stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you. Have a nice day, students.